Hey,
What's good, y'all?
Hey, what's up?
Ain't that too? We just we building. Today we want to come and build with y'all on this little webisode type scenario we had planned on doing for the new year. We just kind of want to touch on a few subjects, here and there, like every once in a while we, come on live and kind of like, speak with the public, speak with the people, and just talk about a few topics that we either, come across in our daily lives or sometimes people might bring to our attention. I'm gonna bring it a little closer a little bit. Sometimes people might bring, these types of subjects to the attention of people, and we also want to touch on them. Today was one of those subjects where the concept of loyalty, kept on coming about. We were seeing it on, me and the Queen would sit back. We was watching like different reruns and episodes of Love and Hip Hop, and and just kind of like scrolling through Facebook earlier today, and we was like, damn, like what more befitting topic would be, for us to talk about than loyalty, since this is one of the things that we represent so wholeheartedly and genuinely. Um, so I guess these are going to be different topics that we're going to be bringing to you guys. Probably like once a week at this point. We got a few ideas about where we want to go with it, but we kind of just putting it out there, kind of getting feedback from the audience and seeing, what y'all perspectives are. You all can feel free to chime in and leave comments as we are, discussing certain topics. But like I said, today was one of those days where the idea and the concept of loyalty just kept arising. And so I guess our first question that we, want to pose to you all and kind of like discuss with one another is, what does loyalty like mean to you?
What is your concept of loyalty? What do you consider loyalty?
Like for instance, like with me, honestly, I guess loyalty to me is like just being devoted to a person or a thing or a situation or a circumstance, so wholeheartedly that no matter what situations may arise, you just continue to be connected to it and not be swayed away from whatever type of connection that you have to that particular thing or person. It's like it's just constant genuineness and fidelity and being faithful to it no matter what the circumstances are. And I think sometimes people have a tendency to have different definitions of what loyalty are, and oftentimes we see women and men, or just couples in general, or people who are striving to have a connection. They could be family members. They end up on different pages with one another because their definitions of loyalty is so different. You know what I mean? And it sometimes can cause problems.
Many problems.
You know what I mean? And also sometimes can cause people to see things differently, and for a long time they are at odds with each other and don't really know how to get themselves back on track. But you can kind of expound on something that we saw today, whether it was on Love and Hip Hop or one of the things that we actually read on Facebook today, and we can kind of expound on that.
Yeah, we were basically we've been watching Love and Hip Hop, the little reruns or whatever, and basically it was just the drama.
Yeah.
And I was just seeing how so many women were so hurt, and how so many of the men were just looking at them like they were crazy for being hurt. And I was telling Bay, I said, it's just sad that when situations happen and certain things arise in certain relationships, and could you imagine just loving somebody to pieces and them just hurting you and expecting for you to just be okay with that?
I guess like take for instance, not to cut you off, baby. I apologize.
No,
but like take for instance, the situation with Stevie J and Mimi. Now keep in mind these are long, these are very old episodes, and so we kind of like rehashed them because we was watching them. But one of the things that Alicia had mentioned to me was like, how could he expect Mimi not to be upset when he was doing what he was doing with Jocelyn on the side, and then when it came back to her. And, Stevie kind of wanted both of them to understand. He had them in the room and they were having like a little counseling session, and he's trying to get Mimi to be on his side and recognize where he's coming from. Meanwhile, he's wiping, Jocelyn's tears away. And it's like how do you reconcile that? Like, how do you have two people who are on so they are so far in extreme and on opposite sides of the fence from one another that you could cater to one, and yet at the same time try to soothe the other one. It's like practically impossible.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
And like we're talking about the love and loyalty situation. I feel, me personally, my opinion, love and loyalty goes hand in hand. And I say that only because, it's pretty hard to say I'm loyal to you and I don't love you. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got their definition of loyalty. But me personally, don't tell me, for instance, me and you.
Right.
We're loyal to one another.
Sure.
I know you're loyal to me. I'm loyal to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know that you love me.
Mm-hmm.
But how is it that you separate the two? Okay, I'm going to be loyal to you, but I don't love you. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's something that I just really wouldn't understand, because I'm saying there's certain things that you won't do with the person that you love. Mm-hmm. Love don't supposed to hurt.
True indeed.
It doesn't.
True indeed.
Everybody make mistakes, but love does not supposed to hurt. And it's just sad. And we sit up and people holler loyalty this, loyalty that, and it's like, what is your definition of loyalty?
Well, I'll kind of cut in on this. Like a lot of people don't. Y'all know a little bit about our story. Alicia shared a lot of it. I shared some of it. Some people don't know we actually have a book that we're in the process of completing right now, and it's called Love on Lock. Mm-hmm. And it kind of breaks down and goes into the various different details about how our life and our love came about with one another, and how our loyalty was basically that glue that held us together to get through those tough and tumultuous circumstances. Because a lot of people don't realize it was very difficult. That was not nothing that was easy to do. And even though sometimes we may seem like we make it look easy because we together, we do these things on a daily basis. We have family time, we just recently had a baby. Like all of the things that we, share with social media and put out there, is like, it seems like it's so easy. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it feels like, this what's up. But it was not always easy, like at all. You know what I'm saying?
Because let's be honest, ladies. And even the ladies that's been through the whole prison walk. When you're dealing with someone that's incarcerated, you fight harder for that person, especially when you love them and you know that that's someone that you want to be with. But at the end of the day, it's not easy. You out here in the world, and Valentine's Day coming up, and Sweetest Days coming up, and all these nice, sweet holidays, and you have to look at other people celebrate these holidays. But yet and still, you like, you know what? My bae will be home. You have to keep your faith. You have to go. And it's not easy. But I'm just grateful, and I'm just thankful that, I had enough knowledge and wisdom to know that what was before me at the time wasn't going to dictate my future. So now I know you all see that we're posting. We don't post to brag, but we post so that other people can see that if we got through it, someone else can get through it.
Absolutely.
Some people might take it, they bragging and they posting and they doing this. Me personally, I know what I went through. He know what we went through. So why would we hide what we've been blessed and God and brought us through just to appease someone else?
I mean, that's 100%. And I also think that, we post because we are happy about what happened. We happy about our circumstances. Why should, we sit back and
hide
it or try to cover up the fact that we made it through a very, very rough and like turbulent time. Like those things that we went through, that wasn't just something that just happened. We literally had to make that happen. I mean, I was in there for a very, very long time.
Very long time.
And at the time that it became so difficult, especially for Alicia and I was at the end of it. But I didn't necessarily know it was the end because I had been fighting for so long. It was just like, just imagine yourself, drowning, and you've been treading water for hours and hours and hours and hours, and no ship or no boat, no life raft or nothing has come. So when it finally comes time when you do see, maybe just the light, you know what I'm saying, the light of a boat or a life raft or something, it's like you trying your best to hold on and hoping you can grasp before you fall up under. And that's kind of like, what was going on. But at the same time, we overcame it. And I told her consistently, look, when I get there, we're going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I have to be honest. Her faith had to be really, really strong to really accept just my word. Because in this day and age, man, people will say something and do just the opposite. I mean, I know guys, and I'm just not to put nobody on blast, nothing, but I know guys. I've been, connected to guys. I have seen it through other individuals.
Right.
Cats will say one thing, then come home and do just the opposite. So a woman who actually has given her basically her life, her loyalty, her devotion, her everything to basically would just all crumble with one misguided action or just one thoughtless action that a person put forth. It shattered everything. Mm-hmm. And that in and of itself can destroy a person's loyalty.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that because you imagine for years and years having to drive hours in all types of weather, sit next to your significant other, leave the man you love, just give him a kiss long enough for the CO to say, okay, that's enough. Damn near get naked to get in. And if they don't like what you don't get a CO that's hating, because you ain't getting back there. You could have wore them same pants 3 times, but you get that one CO that feel like, oh, I want to be hating today. Those too tight. All of the things you have to go through to deal with a situation like that. Why hide it? And I'm not just saying this for me. I'm saying this for any woman that done been through the struggle. See, me personally, I know I was loyal. Temptation didn't bother me because I knew what I had. And now the fruits of the labor is being shown now with our daughter, with our family, what we're doing. So I just want to let you all know that when you see us, showing our love and putting it out there, it's just so other people can see that it can be done.
True indeed.
It can be done.
True indeed.
Like you couldn't have told me I would have had a daughter this time last you just couldn't have told me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But these are all the things that me and Bay talked about when he was in. And he told me, he said, Bay, when I get home, you're not gonna have to worry about nothing. You're not gonna have to do this, you're not gonna have to do that. And even with him telling me those things and me knowing that he's a good guy and me loving him and all those good things, in the back of my mind, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, this he better not come home and be on that different okay.
Hey, real talk though. She said it several times. She like, listen, if you're gonna be real, be all the way real. What's up, Queen? It's like if you're gonna be real, just be all the way real with me. Don't lead me on. Tell me you're gonna be a certain way. I get all into you, then you come home and then do just the opposite because you ain't gonna make me look stupid and I'm gonna want to do something to you, right?
And the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was real enough to say this, didn't I? Didn't I say this to you? I said, Babe, look, I understand you've been gone for a long time.
No, let me tell it because I know what she said. This is basically what she said to me. She was like, I understand you've been gone for a really, really long time, and I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. She said, if you interested in really, really committing to me, I'm gonna commit to you. We'll put everything that we've dealt with up to this point behind us. It'll just be you and I together, so on and so forth. But she was like, do not come home and think that you're just going to bounce around and do what you want to do, then come back to me like everything is good. She's like, we could be cool. I'll pray for you. I'll stand by your side. All of that. I'll write you letters. I'll be cool with you and everything. And it won't be no hard feelings. But don't commit to me if you're not really ready, because if you come home and you get on something else, pretty much it's not going to be good. And I understood her. And it wasn't even so much as I took it as a threat or I took it as, some type of mean word. She was just being real. I was able to feel her words when she and I were having this conversation, and I knew that she was serious, but I also knew that I was the type of person that had no problem with commitment. I just wanted to commit to the right person, to the right woman. You know what I'm saying? And so when I heard her words and I knew that she was genuine, I knew that she was sincere, and she was seriously about what she was about, I put everything off to the side like it was nothing. And I had no problem with doing that because I knew that when I came home, I was going to do everything that I told her I was going to do. Like, I'm not one of those individuals who do a lot of bragging or boasting or talking. Now, will I demonstrate? Absolutely. Will I talk about success? Will I talk about things that I'm happy about and proud of? Absolutely. But at the same time, it's like I do that because it's encouragement for myself. It keeps me motivated to recognize that I'm standing on my word. Because, man, people don't realize how important your word is. And even the first step of keeping your word is also associated with loyalty. In order for a person to actually keep their word, they have to be loyal to themselves in order to do that.
Exactly.
So it ain't just about being loyal to another person. Loyalty is just being, like I said from the beginning, committed, dedicated, and devoted to a person, place, thing, circumstances, or whatever, and keep that connection all the way through, despite whatever type of circumstances may arise. Hey, cuz.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So, but go ahead, baby.
So so back to what I was saying, it wasn't easy. I ain't gonna sit up here in front and act like it was, because it wasn't. But I knew what I had, and I knew that all things work together for those who love the Lord, and I knew that
Lord,
he's so stupid.
Go ahead.
So I knew these things. But ladies, for years, going up to visit, having to sit next to him and only can hold his hand, eating vending machine food. I mean, going downtown, back and forth downtown to the courts. I mean, it wasn't just, he in jail, I'm holding him down. No, we went through the trenches.
Yeah.
I literally had to learn the law. Case
She
law.
She did.
So when they were like shut the phones down in the facility and try to put them on lockdown, and I had to talk to his lawyer and call down to Frank Murphy, I had to know what case law was. I had to know how to cite it. Just the way I had to be his voice. I had to know what files go where. I had to expedite legal mail to his attorneys.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to do all of that because they were playing games. You see what I'm saying?
Like let me say this. And I'm going to cut you off, but I do want to say this, though, because I know we're not going to be out here long. We're going to take up a lot of people's time. We just happen to be, kicking it for the moment. But, Alicia, a lot of people know she's very educated. Alicia, she's somewhat, she's modest when it comes to this. She barely likes to maybe talk about it. But Alicia has a double master's. You know what I'm saying? Alicia has multiple degrees. I'll just put it like that. But even with having those multiple degrees, with dealing with me, she still set all of those things to the side, went and studied even further to gain more insight into criminal defense just to assist me and help me get out of the situation that I was in. It had been a while because I had been fighting for so long, and I understood the law, inside out, upside down, because I had no other alternative but to, pursue those avenues if I wanted to, obtain my freedom. I studied commercial law. I studied business law. I studied admiralty maritime law. I studied criminal law, civil law, administrative law. I studied every type of law that you can think of, and I knew it back and forth. There was nothing about certain case law, anything that had to do with law that was relative to my case, remotely or, right immediately. I studied it. But even with all of my efforts and my ability to produce evidence, my voice was still very, very silent because I was still on the inside. And had it not been for this woman right here, I'm just being real, we wouldn't be sitting right here having this conversation. I have had several people in my life who I had, just being real, thought was going to assist me in a certain way, or gave me their word, or was saying that they were loyal to a certain point and they would assist me, but it never was like that. I hate even saying like this because I'm one of the type of people that don't necessarily look for help, but when I do ask for it, I expect it because I'm only going to deal with a certain person who I feel is going to give me that. But despite all of that, Alicia was one of those individuals who let her word be bond on everything she said. There's nothing that this woman has said to me over the time that I've known her for all of these years where her word came back and it wasn't what she said it was going to be.
And me being me, I'm going to be honest, it was really like my first time really dealing with
a cat that was locked up.
Especially as long as you was locked up.
Okay, so, yeah, I say all that.
So in my mind, I'm like, y'all, look, I'm talking about I'm about to be with this man and all that. He getting up out of there. I don't know how he getting up out of there, but we going to get you up out of there, okay? If I got to sit up and read law all night, you getting up out of there.
Yeah.
And, it was funny because I was going through my emails, about a month ago? And I was just like, look at this, babe. And I was going through all my emails of all the back and forth conversations I had with these lawyers. And it was just constant. And it was just years behind years on top of years on top of years, all the way until we finally got a court date. We've been through a lot. So I just want you all to know that when we say love and loyalty family, that's what it is.
Sure did.
We not trying to front. We not trying to act like, we just so this, it is what it is.
Exactly.
A sister been through something with the MDOC. Like, he don't even jaywalk. Okay.
Hey, I won't even spit on the street or none of that.
We wearing seatbelts. Okay. We not even pulling off unless everybody got that seatbelt on. Okay.
Right.
On that too.
Right.
You know, we just it is what it is. You know, but I'm grateful to God. I'm thankful. I'm happy that he's home. You know, we fought. Yeah. I mean, we fought. I mean, I would literally some nights get on my knees. I wake up out my sleep and just pray. You know, and I used to just be like, Lord, I know you ain't brought me this far to leave me. You know, I'd be like, let's fast, you know, and he would just build with me about different stuff, you know.
Like even let's take for instance the prayer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia was praying consistently. She was like, you know, I know it's going to happen and so on and so forth. And you know what I wanted to make sure that I established and that we didn't turn away from was the fact that you can have as much faith as you want to in something, but if you don't put forth the necessary works to achieve those things, then you know you might as well not have did it at all. You know, there's a passage, I believe is James 2:20 in the Bible that says, you know, faith without works is dead. And a lot of people tend to lose sight of what that really means. You know, faith is the substance of things hoped for, yet the evidence of that which is not seen. But if a person has this particular substance, right, that and it's not seen by whatever evidence is this particular substance, you know, sometimes it's easy to get caught up in, well, damn, like, where is this thing? Why hasn't it happened? You know, you just get caught up on, oh, it's going to happen one day. Or people tell you, just pray and just wait. Look, some of those things may be true. And I don't knock nothing that nobody believes and nothing that nobody stands on. But the truth of the matter is, you have to put forth effort.
Yeah.
You have to put
faith
forth those actions.
It
says faith without works is dead. So you can have the faith the size of a mustard seed and they say to move mountains. But if you don't utilize your works, if you don't utilize what it is that you strive to accomplish, if you don't put forth some type of diligent effort, even if it's just reading a book, even if it's just, you know, talking to someone who may potentially have the answers that you're looking for, you have to put forth some type of action in order to activate that faith and manifest what it is you're striving to accomplish. Exactly. And so she and I had built on this concept consistently back and forth. And I think that is one of the things that has gotten us to where we are right now. Because even right now, we still stand on our faith. But I also recognize and understand that faith means nothing if you don't try to, you know, accomplish something. If you don't try to put forth, take that one step towards, you know, what you striving to do. And you know, she put forth a lot of effort. She did a lot of effort, and that's why, you know, I don't care what nobody say, man. I'm gonna get this girl everything that she deserves, everything in the world, anything that I could possibly produce or give to her that I think she might want. She gonna get that from me because she did the same thing for me when, number one, she didn't have to, but also I didn't have anything. So I don't, you know, it's not like it's a situation like where back in the day when I was, you know, doing my thing in the street and I had money and I had all these, you know, worldly possessions where it would be easy to get caught up on the idea, oh, was you only just doing that because, you know, he got this, that. I didn't have nothing. I was at the bottom. My reign in that particular game or in that particular lifestyle was over. It was done for. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I still possessed who I was on the inside, and I think by her being able to look past my physical and seeing that within my soul and my spirit, that's what caused her to connect with me. And
you know, it was all good because, you know, I don't regret none of it.
Word.
I don't regret none of it. The situation was what it was. We got through it. We have a testimony. We can, you know, talk to others that's been through the same scenario and, you know, give them insight.
True indeed.
You know, because it can happen. You ladies, you can be with someone that's incarcerated and that person gets out and be what he say he's going to be. It happens in real life because I'm living it. You know, I have had, you know, and I'm going to just keep it 100.
Yeah.
1,000.
Go ahead. Do that.
I know people was looking at me crazy.
She lost friends and everything. Like you know, it was crazy.
I know people was looking at me crazy like, this guy got all this time. He ain't never getting out. Oh, that's cute. Oh, she holding him down. Oh, all of that. And I get it because that's just how the flesh works.
Word.
You know, people's going to always look at things from a negative perspective before they would a positive.
Mm-hmm.
But like they always say, God has a way of shutting down the naysayers. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, I did.
You know, here it is. He's almost been home 2 years. And hey, Kelly, we still love each other just like
day one. You know what I'm saying?
Like I enjoy our life together, don't you?
I enjoy everything that we produce.
We act silly.
Yeah, we act silly, and I don't get me wrong. Even then, it's not all
peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream. I don't sit up here in front and
like
act
when he
like
get on my nerve, I don't even say nothing to him. I just act like he ain't even whatever.
And and I understand that because let's be real. I'm still going through a transition period myself, and I'm not acting as if that's not a part of my life.
Right.
It's a lot of things. Like I'm a really organized person, right? And so sometimes in order for me to be completely organized, I can't or completely focused, I have to organize my things in a certain way. And if they're not organized like that, it's like
like for instance, this is funny, but I'm gonna tell you.
Here we go.
So he was washing True's bottles out the other night. Okay, so I'm in the room feeding him. He come in there and say, "Bae, where's
the lime green?
Where's the lime green top to her bottle?" I said, "What?" I said, "It should be in there." He said, "It's not in there." The bottles have to match. So you know how mommies, you know how it is. We clean the bottles. We might put the purple top on the blue bottle. Okay, long as the milk ain't leaking. But no, he has to have them all lined up. And it has to match. And it irks him if the bottles don't match. But I understand when you in there and you like stuff being a certain way, it's like.
But honestly, also let me say this: it's not necessarily just being in there, right? I'm like a very disciplined, organized person. I've always been like that. I'm really like OCD to a certain extent. But at the same time, it's a give and take when you're in a relationship. So you have to realize that everybody is not going to see things eye to eye. You can't always have things your way, and you got to make it work for the situation. But that's basically what it is. Like, and
it's cool. It don't bother me because like I'm a very neat person too. So
absolutely,
we get along very well with that. Like he's not a junkie person. I'm not a junkie person. Ray, he cleaned his room up 15 million times. He hates it, but we do what we have to do for this family. But we basically just wanted to come on here today and just kind of build with you all. We're going to be doing this a lot. This year. So look out for Live with the Loyals. We're also going to have a YouTube channel for our videos like this. So y'all can
subscribe or whatever. And honestly, just to let y'all know, like the majority of our future episodes, they won't be this long. This was kind of like a introduction type episode. So we just building a little bit here and there. It's going to be certain topics that we choose to discuss, and maybe even sometimes, like I said, the audience and people who watch it can chime in and have your comments, and we'll respond to that. I mean, we just want to have a little bit of fun, have a little bit of realness, and just kind of like interact, man, and just have fun, because, man, get to know people, man.
Really, not to cut you off, boo.
No, baby, good.
Our whole motto is positive love, loyalty. We not don't know. I mean, when we see black love, when we see people in love and they happy and we like that.
Man, we promote it
because that's really that's what it's about at the end of the day.
Sister Andrea Brown, about that married life, got to give a special shout out to her, man, because she represented to the fullest too, man, like all the time. And I chime in. I love that. I love seeing that, man, because that's really what it's about when it boils down to it.
It's about, and it can happen. It's not a sin to be happy. It's not a sin to be with one person. It's not a sin. Me personally, I don't regret holding you down. On no level. Like, I don't.
I appreciate that.
I don't regret it. I don't feel that it's nobody out here that would have been worth me dating at the time that would have been okay with me jeopardizing what we had. Like, me jeopardizing. It is what it is. I'm happy because guess what? I'm able to enjoy the fruits of my labor now. So, it's like now I don't have to worry about certain things, and then it's not like you a clown.
Right.
You do what's right. You go to work. You take care of home. You positive. You're making moves. We're doing what we have to do, and we're a team.
And I'm 100% loyal. I'm not just loyal, like seriously, right? If anybody knows anything about Libras, sometimes it can be a bit fickle if you get on the wrong side. But I'm a Libra, and one of my things is balance and loyalty. I do better in partnerships than I do, from a single perspective. I love being with this woman because she compliments me in so many different ways. And this is why you see the type of chemistry that we share, like when we be on different lives, or if y'all see us out in public and acting silly, like this is really how we are every day.
Every day.
And, she I don't want to sound cliche because some people are averse to this particular phrase, but she does complete me in a lot of different ways. And it makes me feel, thank you, Ja. yeah, it make me feel, it make me feel good to know that I got a woman who not only had my back during the rough times, but she's also gonna have my back during the good times. Because we got so much stuff that is planned for the future and things that we work on a daily basis. But it's like, work gets in the way, life gets in the way, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
like
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying building this life.
Like for instance, with the proposal, when you proposed to me,
right?
It was at his birthday party.
Yeah.
I had my phone on ready to record him because I'm thinking he getting ready to say some words and he getting ready to propose.
Word.
But when he proposed to me and got on one knee, I was like, yeah. Like, all right, what's up? Because, it's like I knew it was coming.
Right.
But it was just like, and that's a good feeling to know that you're getting ready to marry somebody that's your friend, like I told Bae when he was in. I was like, you know what, Bae? I don't care who don't believe in this, you coming home, long as we believe we gonna get through it.
Word.
I used to say that all the time. I used to didn't care. I'm like,
people
probably doubting you, probably thinking I'm crazy.
Because you got to keep in mind, like, straight up, this is a professional woman. You know what I'm saying? So she was going to work and she was putting her life on blast on, for the public to see on social media. So anybody would have known. Some people would have been away. Some people would have been way more kind of like, oh my God, like embarrassed to even say something like that.
And you got people like that. They'll be dealing with someone that's incarcerated and they'll hide it. They'll hide it because they're ashamed of what people is going to say. I was with it. Like, y'all, every time, y'all know I couldn't get home good enough, I was posting our visit pictures and everything. It wasn't no shame in the game.
Oh, you thought I was laying like that?
Yeah, this is my boo.
Oh, your boo?
My boo thing.
Give me something.
See, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to be professional on the line.
All right, my bad.
So what I'm saying is, I didn't care about that.
Right.
And I know people was probably talking like, girl, that nigga, he ain't gonna come home. That dude ain't gonna come home. Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna be right. Because it's very typical. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
But, I end up.
And let me say this. Since we're on the subject of loyalty, of course I'm loyal to this woman, day one, A1, all of that, right? But I know that I also have a bigger obligation to uphold with regards to my loyalty to this woman, not just because of her, but especially for her, but also to a lot of the brothers that's still on the inside, because there still is a lot of good dudes in there. But I think oftentimes they get a bad rap because you got guys who do come out and do just the opposite of what they say, or they'll mess over a lot of women who really have been holding them down and really have stuck in their corner and done things for them and been there and all of that, pretty much, just like Alicia has. They may not have done exactly and went to the extent that she has gone to assist me, but a lot of times cats on the other side do receive love and favor and attention and all those types of things, and they get out and just dookie on the people who assisted them in the best way that they possibly could. So I got loyalty to those guys in there to demonstrate to the world and to the public at large that there are still a lot of good dudes out here who was about that. But we're not gonna hold people up too much more longer on here. Like I said, we just want to come on here, share a few moments, build with y'all on the topic of loyalty today. Look forward to many more of our episodes. We're going to talk about different subjects, whether it be marriage, whether it be loyalty, whether it be love, whether it be hate, whether it be things that's going on in the city, crime, violence, whatever it may be. We're going to come on here and build, man. Hopefully y'all will, assist us and chime in and comment, and, we can begin communicating with one another and kind of build a platform for, a lot of topics of discussion that can be beneficial.
And you have any questions or whatever, y'all can chime in.
I mean, cool. Even I don't even care, man. Shoot me some inbox, emails, whatever. In fact, we actually about to set up a page for Lit with the Loyals, and we got a few things that we plan on doing. Like I said, we're in the process of completing our book. It should be finished pretty soon, and we'll actually probably be sharing a few chapters or some quotes or some passages from that, and we look forward to building with y'all in the future, man. We appreciate y'all for chiming in. We appreciate y'all for loving us, being loyal to us the same way we be loyal to y'all.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all soon, man. This is what it is.
Peace.
Peace.
See y'all.